Hello, do you catch yourself staring at the ground when you walk? Have you noticed? It's not the look of someone who dropped their keys. It's the look of someone afraid of the next step. You don't scan the horizon anymore. You scan the sidewalk. You calculate every curve. Those nice shoes forgotten in the closet. You only wear the sneakers that don't sleep. That's how your world shrinks, millimeter by millimeter. You start living under the fear of one bad stumble, horrified of becoming a burden to your family. And here's what kills me. This doesn't start at 70. The silent process begins decades earlier, in your 40s, your 50s, while you are still young enough to fix it. Pay close attention. In 60 seconds, I'll show you whether you are at real risk of losing your independence, and you can take the test right now in your living room. We're going to run a real diagnostic on your screen. And more importantly, I'll show you how modern science has buried the most painful myth about exercise, the one that's been keeping you paralyzed. If you know someone who walks staring at the ground, afraid of falling, hold on to this video. What I'm about to show you could literally change their lives. Hit the like button right now and tell me in the comments, where in the world are you watching from? Let's go. 4 months ago, a patient of mine, let's call her Maria, 68 years old, came to my office with a complaint I hear every single day. Doctor, I can't play with my grandkids anymore. No heart problems, normal blood pressure, perfect labs. But she couldn't get out of the car without gripping the door. Couldn't bend down to pick something off the floor. And the worst part, she said, I'm only 68. Why do I feel like I'm 85? I will never forget her face, because in that moment I realized something that changed everything I do as a physician. The problem wasn't her heart, it was her story. She had convinced herself that decline was inevitable, that aging meant surrendering, that independence was something you traded away like a deal with the devil. Here's what happened next. When I explained to her what was actually happening, not in her blood, but in her muscles, she cried. Not from despair, from relief, because it meant one thing. She could reverse it. Today, 4 months later, she picked up her grandson by herself. No help, no fear, just a grandmother being a grandmother. So, I'm asking you directly, do you want to be who Maria was 4 months ago, or who she is today? Because that choice isn't theoretical, it's happening right now, in your body, in this moment. To fix the problem, you need to know your biological enemy. The name is MYOSTATIN. If you spend your day in a chair, your brain makes a cold decision. He's not using force. I don't need to feel this muscle factory. And if you've been feeling more insecure over time, if you grip handrails harder, if you ask for help lifting things, if stairs feels like mountains, that's not weakness. That's your body adapting to a story you've been telling it for years. Starting at age 30, if you don't fight gravity. Myostatin silently devours your muscle mass. It's like a slow leak in your independence tank. But here's the data that changes everything. Validated by modern science. A person who loses just 3 kilograms of leg muscles, something your bathroom scale completely misses, something that feels like nothing loses 40% of their strength. 40%, 3 kilos. The loss isn't proportional, it's exponential. Your scale is lying to you, and so is your mirror. Enough theory. I need you to stand up. There are 3 muscles that decide whether you stay on your own feet or hit the floor. Your core, your quads, and calves. We are going to test all 3. If you can't do this now, save this moment, record it, come back later, but don't skip it. And remember, this doesn't replace a medical evaluation, but it's a powerful, functional warning sign. Test 1, the mast. Your core, your trunk is the mast of your ship. It's the foundation of everything. Stand up. Look at a fixed point. Lift one leg. The clock is ticking. 10 seconds. If you collapsed sideways before 5 seconds, your mast is losing structural strength. Biologically, you are 10 to 15 years older than your ID says. Test 2, the engine, your quads. Sit in a sturdy chair. Your thigh is the muscle of your dignity. It's the muscle that gets you off the toilet without grab bars on the wall. It's the muscle that lets you stand from a sofa to hug your daughter or granddaughter. It's the muscle that decides if you are independent or dependent. Cross your arms over your chest without using your hands. Stand up and sit down 5 times. Control the descent. Go slow. Did your thighs burn out too fast? Did them scream before the 3rd rep? Your starter motor is failing. Test 3, the anti-lock brakes, your calves. Face a wall. Fingertips lightly touching it. Lift one foot. On the standing leg, rise onto your toes as high as you can. Try 10 times. Your calf is your raw braking power. It's your second heart. It pumps blood back up your leg. If it failed fast, if you couldn't complete 10 reps, you've lost your anti-fall system. That's why your steps are getting shorter. That's why you grip handrails tighter. Your brain knows you can't brake. You did the tests, and now comes that moment, the one where you see yourself reflected. You look at your numbers you just marked, and you think, that's it. That's all I have left. And the tears don't even come. What comes is cold, a cold, quiet knowing. The kind of knowing you get when you realize you need to call someone to help you climb a single step soon. You don't want to become a burden to your children. You don't want to depend on anyone, but it feels inevitable. I know that feeling because I see it every day in people just like you, strong people, proud people, people who built their lives with their own 2 hands. And now those hands shake when they reach for a jar. If you failed 1 or more tests, I need you to do something right now. Don't scroll past this. Don't share it yet. Go to the comments and mark one name. The person you refuse to watch give up on life. The person you need to stay strong for. The person who loves you. Write their name down publicly in front of this community. Make a contract with them. the same contract that Maria made with her grandson. Because when someone is watching, everything changes. Now, let me tell you something that changed the game. Maybe fear just hit you and you're thinking, great, now I have to lift heavy iron. I have to suffer until I cry. I have to become a gym rat at 60 or 70. Absolutely wrong. In 2026, the largest study ever conducted on this topic by the American College of Sports Medicine analyzed over 30,000 lives. And they found something that scientists have been whispering about for years, but is now official consensus. Suffering more does not mean better results, especially for strength gains in adults and older people. Let that sink in. Everything you thought you knew about no pain, no gain, dead. Completely dead. Training to extreme muscle failure gives no additional benefit. It only creates inflammation. It only makes your joints hurt. It only makes you quit. The golden rule today is elegant and revolutionary. 2 reps in reserve. You stand up from the chair, you feel the effort, your muscles are working, your heart is pumping, you are building strength. When you realize you could only squeeze out 2 more reps, 2 brutal, painful reps, you stop. You don't push further. You don't prove anything. You simply stop. And here's what happens. You build the muscle. You recover the strength. But you refuse the pain. This is permission. This is science. This is freedom. How to apply this in your living room? 2 rules. First, invisible consistency. Your toothbrush isn't just for your smile anymore. Starting today, it's for your independence. While you brush your teeth, rise onto your toes. Down, up, down, up. 2 minutes. You just train the calf muscle that will save you from a fall. Cost you 0 extra minutes. This is how you fight MYOSTATIN. Not with pain, with presence, with consistency. Second, speed beats weight. When you stand up from a chair, be fast. Explode with energy. When you sit back down, go slow. Control gravity. Respecting your joint limits, of course. This is the entire formula. This is everything you need. Not a gym membership, not dumbbells, not suffering. Presence, consistency, intention. Your independence isn't a gift life hands you. It's a contract you renew every single day. When you wake up, you renew it. When you climb stairs, you renew it. When you pick up your grandchild, you renew it. If you are the kind of person who wants to age dancing, traveling, picking up your grandkids, and not stuck in a chair, like this video right now and share it with someone you love. Because you are the kind of person who doesn't quit, who renews that contract every day. Leg strength isn't vanity. Leg strength isn't cosmetics. Leg strength is the purest, most crystalline definition of freedom. It's the freedom to be present. It's the freedom to say yes. It's the freedom to live, not just exist. We secured your physical structure today. But here's the truth. Your body takes you to places, but your brain brings you home. There is no point having the strongest legs in the world if your mind forgets where to walk. If you want to protect both at the same time, shielding your neural network against memory loss, against the other silent thief called cognitive decline, your next step is right here in the video appearing on your screen now. Click it, because your protection today is only complete when you protect your memory there. I'm Dr. André Wambier, I'm a cardiologist, and thank you for being here, for being willing to look in the mirror, for being willing to feel cold and choose warmth. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.